And we're back with another episode of our Dinner Party Podcast. I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Keith.
We're the podcast that covers topics you can cover later, like at a dinner party. Let's cover this one because everyone's going to be talking about it. The Fyre Festival sequel. More prison time coming soon. Guess who's back at it?
The guy.
Yeah, Billy McFarland. Billy McFarland is from our friends at the Morning Brew. Documentary cruise, Grid Your Loins. Tickets to Fyre Festival 2 went on sale yesterday, and founder Billy McFarland, who went to prison in 2018 for fraud related to the first Fyre Festival, is behind the sequel event. Fyre 2, as it's called by its founder, is slated to take place in Quintana Roo, Mexico from May 30th to June 2nd. Other details, or lack thereof, include there's no lineup yet. Though McFarland has promised electronic, hip-hop, pop, and rock artists, tickets start at $1,400 and go as high as $1.1 million.
What?
Attendees can expect water adventures, extreme sports, leisures and wellness, cultural and creative activities, according to the event's website. Can he do this? Well, Jordan Belfort is a motivational speaker. So yes, since his early release from prison in 2022, McFarland has reportedly been contributing to the $26 million restitution he owes customers and investors from the first Fyre Fest, which was billed as a luxury music festival, but in reality was more like Lord of the Flies with Ja Rule, everybody's favorite raspy rapper. At least $500,000 of proceeds from Fyre 2 will go towards McFarland's debt. So basically, he's just trying to pay off that debt. Zoom out. This time, McFarland said things will be different. He handed operational responsibilities over to a, quote, festival operator and has employed hotel, travel, and ticketing companies. He also started wearing glasses. And everyone knows
To make him
makes
look
you more responsible and
Right.
educated. So things are looking up for Billy McFarland, I think, just based off of the glasses alone. Don't have a photo of the glasses, so cannot confirm if they're like quite a shell or whatever. Initial thoughts on him basically trying to do the same stunt twice to pay back the $26 million he owes because he is broke as a joke, my friend.
It's not gonna happen. It's unbelievable. 1.1 million. For a ticket?
1.1 million.
Okay, so I had to look
Because
this
let's
up.
face it, if 26 people buy the 1.1 million, by the time he pays off some staff, just a portion of staff, he could pay off the $26 million debt,
Yeah.
which is now 25.5 million if he has in fact paid the $500,000. And then if you have the rest of the he could, in theory, break even. Do I anticipate 26 people buying $1.1 million? Yes, because I think people will be like, fuck it, let's be part of the disaster. Because also, the people that are buying those, influencers who are already wealthy, there's obviously like a luxury lifestyle influencer demographic, the Alex Earls of the world, if you will, that already come from wealthy families. They could probably drop this and then get the like surrounding hype of having been a part of the disaster that will be Fyre Festival 2. I think the best case scenario in this situation is that it's just a festival. Like, it's not going to be a Stagecoach. It's just going to be like, it's not even going to be Lollapalooza. It's like,
I think
it's going to be like your county fair is what I envision. Like a county fair at a resort, I think is what's about to happen.
so. I hadn't heard that they were doing a Fyre Festival too, so I just Googled it
Fantastic.
1 hour ago. The Guardian posted this article.
Fantastic. Let's hit that update.
They talked to, so it's supposed to take place on what, Isla Mujeres, the tropical island off Cancun.
Beautiful.
Edgar Garcia, I'm terrible, from the tourism directorate of the island, right? That's what I'm going to call it.
Yeah.
Said, we have no knowledge of this event nor contact with any person or company about it. For us, this is an event that does not exist.
Oh no, it's going to
Yeah.
be the same thing. It's like when he dropped, so Fyre Festival 1 was supposed to take part on an island that is like heavily known as like Escobar, like Pablo Escobar, the famous drug lord, his island. And they were like not supposed to say it. That was like the main thing for this island. Like the owners, don't connect it to Pablo Escobar. And that was like the first thing that Billy McFarland did was promote his Fyre Festival on Pablo Escobar's island. Like, come see it.
Oh.
The island where, famous drug lord. Because also around the time Fyre Festival was happening, Netflix had like Narcos going on, which that was like fire also.
Wasn't Pedro
reproduce that?
Pascal in that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Pedro.
Excellent work. Really good good stuff.
Yeah, this Gasca guy, he also was quoted saying the organizers didn't even bother to approach the authorities. It's very strange because any manager knows that if you're going to hold an event, let alone a massive event, you need municipal authorization.
Which is very normal. Like you would do that in the city of Indianapolis also. If you're having a large festival on the Circle, you can't just pop up a festival on the Circle. You're going to work with the city to shut down roads, like have proper permits, et cetera, et cetera.
He also said, this festival is not going to happen. There are red flags all over the place. So he's doing it again.
That is a rough contrast for someone who's just trying to dig himself out of $26 million hole. Also, I would assume some of these companies, just knowing who they're working with, probably said, money down first, buddy. Money down first. Like, put in a deposit and then let's go. Yeah. This article didn't talk anything about backers. I'd wonder if he has any, like, what is he putting up? Like, how is he, does he have an investor? He, again, has to be broke.
Yeah. I mean you're right.
What are you doing?
Like you said, the article did say, they have sold some tickets just for the notoriety, just because somebody was like, let's just buy a ticket.
People are down. Like, they're going to bring survival kits and go. Like, this year, people, like, you're going to pack like you're going to the moon. And then you're going to show up with your, like, tinfoil blanket that they, like, pass out after, like, a marathon,
Oh, yeah.
And be like, okay, I knew this time I'm going to be able to turn my pee into water. I'm going to have my tinfoil blanket. And I'm taking part in Fyre Festival too, which is also akin to Burning Man, where it's like people are going to have to create their own society and live for however long they're there, because there is no boat out until the final day.
Or how about this as an idea? What if we just, like, threw a camping festival where people just come and camp and we don't provide anything,
right?
But the land.
Here's the thing, like, we're just gonna, like, community and like, there's not even like a performer. Like, if you bring a guitar, you're the performer.
There's literally nothing.
Be your own performer.
We don't provide a
DIY festival.
Yeah,
like, you can come and you set up the festival.
They pay us money.
But here's the thing that we would do better. We'll call whoever's land we're using and be like, we want to do this.
Yeah.
And then be like, you get whatever share. And then we just say DIY festival. If you can perform, bring your stuff. If you just want to come hang, bring your stuff.
Yeah.
And then we just, like, sit at the gate and take money, and it's DIY.
I mean, we would probably sell certain things that is required by law, like
water, food.
Yeah. But
I don't think, but if it's a DIY festival and the purpose is like, you're going to come and you're going to live off the land as you please.
See what we can get away with.
I think we have an equally good idea as Fyre Festival too. I think we got this.
I think we just stole his idea.
I think we feel more capable of this. I already feel like our idea is better.
We can find some land in, like, Arizona.
For sure.
And just...
We don't even need to go that far. Like, Nebraska and Oklahoma are between us and Arizona. We can just throw it there.
And it'd be a lot more comfortable there, too.
I bet we could find land somewhere in the United States where no one would know. Like, we just don't have to tell anybody. We don't have to deal with anything because, like, there's just nobody there.
Just invite people, like...
Just, like, drop a pin. Be like, sign up for DIY. We'll tell you where it is, but you have to sign up. And then, like, we drop a massive pin to all these people. And we're like, boom, here it is. Come, see you there. And we just sit at a gate and wait.
That's so, like, underground and cool.
Totally.
It's already sold out.
Totally. Yeah, it's too late, actually. Yeah. We've been planning DIY Festity. That's what it's called. Festity. It's sold out. It's been great. We're probably going to make $26 million off it.
Yeah. So
we're ahead.
That's good for us.
I just want to know who even gets involved in business with him, though. Like, how is he doing this? Other than, honestly, this is the power of PR people. Mm-hmm. This is the power of having a name. He is worth something. He may have no money, but he is worth something. Because there are Netflix docs on him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he made money off of those or if somebody else did, because
Yeah.
it also felt more like an investigative report. If I were him, sell your story. Tell the world how much of a fraudster you are. I hate that word, but sell that story, make some money, pay these people back because it was a disaster. But everybody likes watching trains wreck. We're all into it. We're all into it. So sell that story. Don't throw another fucking Fyre Festival to dig yourself out of hole. At least come up with a new idea. Do anything
Yeah.
different.
He could have called
Open
it
a skate
anything.
park. Open a skate park. Open something.
Skate park.
Why does it have to be a festival? Well, you know why he used Fyre Festival again. Automatic clickbait.
Yeah.
That's it.
Marketing's already done.
You know what Fyre Festival 2 should be? He should use his own personal experience and make it like jail.
Yeah.
Experience Fyre Festival.
We'll lock you in a cell.
Yeah.
And that's
The
like a
Billy
selling
McFarland
point.
experience. That's what this is. The
Yeah.
Billy McFarland experience. You're going to go to someplace hot. You're going to sweat. You're going to have all these angry people at you yelling, and then you're going to go to jail. But the jail will be air conditioned and silent. It will feel mildly better.
In the first one, I think, like in the documentary, didn't they just like, they didn't have any food, so they fed them, what, bologna or
Right. Like it was supposed to be.
PB&J or something?
I think most of the tickets, I don't know if there was like a GA. It was supposed to be a luxury festival.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be high end, high class models, celebrities. Like you had to pay buku bucks to get there, and people showed up, and it was literally like survivalist tents, like little igloos.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was like the 5-star meal you were supposed to get. It was a styrofoam pack with like, you know, like macaroni salad and like a turkey sandwich, maybe
Yeah.
like a slice of turkey, because there's only like 26 slices of turkey in a package. So
Well, that article did mention, because the $1.1 million, it mentioned something about having luxury yachts. So maybe you would stay on a yacht.
maybe you could pay to stay on a yacht instead of in a tent
Yeah. That's my guess.
or in a room. How did he not just like hook up with a resort also?
It's, yeah. DJs do it all the time.
I think he just needs to not.
Yeah.
So that's like my advice. Like if I gave them business advice, like don't.
You think he wants to go back to jail?
I think
He
I think
misses it?
jail was nicer to him than like real life was.
Oh,
He was just a guy with a dream that got lucky because he could say all the right buzzwords, got connected to Ja Rule for better or worse, and
Oh, that,
like made it happen. Because even though it didn't happen, it did happen,
yeah.
right? Like there wasn't enough anything.
So wild.
It really is like the case study to end all case studies on what not to do for event scheduling, what not to do for corporate communication, what not to do for corporate marketing, what not to do for finances. Like, I think there's not an element of business that you can't look at Fyre Festival and say, this is a case study on what not to do.
You should definitely go back and watch the documentaries. Like, I think I watched the Hulu one.
Yeah, that it's good. I've seen
Yeah,
it. It's
yeah.
good. It really was nicely done because you're just like, oh, he was like really good at pumping it up.
Mm-hmm.
And then just like when he probably should have handed it off to be like, okay, now a real something has to do it. I honestly, if I were him, I would have gotten bed with like a Four Seasons or something. I wouldn't have done it on an island. Keep it in the US or like take it to the Caribbean, but give it to a resort.
Yeah.
Downscale it the first year and then build it out.
Yeah.
But I'm smart and I'm not Billy McFarland. So I'm just a dumb woman, actually, is what I am. So,
Well, have you heard of Millennium?
mhm.
He does one in Mexico, like I think every year.
Okay.
He does it at a resort.
Yeah.
As you would.
As one does. Yeah, I
there's-
didn't like invent any crazy. I'm not
No.
saying like a crazy idea. It's just
Yeah.
like, yeah.
No, like bands are doing it all the time. They're doing cruises.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah. You can, it's because it's also like not cheap necessarily, but it's very feasible for bands to buy out a cruise and then host all their fans.
I would
And,
love
yeah,
to do. Like,
it's a great experience, I would
a
assume.
cruise ship with just all your favorite bands.
Yeah.
And that's all that's on there is just like people who like the same music as you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Vibes. All right, Billy. Best of luck as always. That's it for our dinner party podcast. Catch you next time. Bye.
Best of luck.
Best of luck, Billy.